the Supreme Court has given its ruling and has detailed why the paper was not cancelled. Now, the Supreme Court has said no systemic breach in NEET-UG has been found. Leak was only in Hazaribagh and Patna. The dignity of the entire exam is not affected, and hence the cancellation, the part of cancellation is not there. Now, testing agency, the top court also said that testing agency must avoid flip-flops, and it extended scope of center's NEET exam committee as well. The committee needs to examine testing agency's processes. This is a big verdict, and the detailed statement coming out from the top court, where it said that there is no need to cancel the NEET-UG examination that was conducted. It's stating that as there was no systematic breach in NEET-UG, hence it cannot be cancelled. Paper leak was only found in Hazaribagh and Patna. The crackdown is underway. Hence, the dignity of the entire exam was not affected, and so the Supreme Court did not cancel the National Eligibility cum Entrance Examination test that was conducted by the National Testing Agency, which found itself in multiple controversies. My colleague Sunil Prabhu is now also joining me. Sunil, finally the Supreme Court has stated why the why the NEET examination is not cancelled. It said that the sanctity remains the same and the systemic breach has not been found.
That's right. They have said that there has been no systemic brief, but they have actually widened the scope and really looked at the entirety. This was, of course, this is just the basic reasoning behind the Supreme Court's decision. The fact is that one way or the other, this has, of course, allowed the Supreme Court for any student who is aggrieved to move the respective High Court if they feel that there has been some discrepancy. Of course, they have also extended the scope of the examination. They've asked the NTA to ensure that those flip-flops don't happen, and certain changes are made, the CCTVs, certain guidelines are followed. All in all, the reasoning behind what was already decided by the Supreme Court was delivered today.
And Sunil, there is also a report that has to be submitted to the centre by September 30th. What steps can we see being taken inside that report?
Well, that is something that the Supreme Court is trying to ensure in terms of monitoring how, these systemic faults that have been there in terms of, as I was pointing out, the NTA flip-flops, how they can, streamline, how they can use new technology and ensure that, cyber security to ensure that these kind of, leakages do not take place. So that report will come, and they've, as I said, extended the scope and ensured that they will be able to give a report, which the Supreme Court also will have a look and then take a final view on this important issue.
The top court has really pulled up the NTA, saying that flip-flops cannot be entertained. Will the National Testing Agency be reviewing its process of how they conduct examinations?
Well, that's the challenge, because after all, the NTA is just not doing the NEET exam. There are many other exams that they have to do.
Right.
It's been handled by a lot of private agencies, and it's come under great amount of scrutiny amongst the student community, among the parent community, among the coaching community, and various other stakeholders. That is why the government had to remove the earlier NTA chairperson, try to do some cosmetic changes. But as the Supreme Court has pointed out, you will have to get to the bottom of it and have a detailed report and look at all these entire issues before they give a submission. And hopefully, in the years to come, students won't have to be protesting, as we've seen, and alleging that there has been a paper leak and a cartel running it.